do burnouts headed into a thunderstorm more than an hour away from home. You're gonna have a bad time.
He's a nasty old, filthy old, dirty old Kerr. Grease on his hands and a shifts like a blur. Tinkering at sunrise, welding in the rain, using junkyard pistons to ease the wallet strain.
All right, guys, so we finally got a chance to get the truck in here and check things out. I think I found the problem. Pretty sure I did. So when we welded up this exhaust, we made this one pipe off a little bit. And I was looking, well, I'll just bring you guys over here and show you. Okay, so we figured it out. I think there's my problem. Now, I know most of you would say, why would you do that? Why would you build your exhaust that close? See how it slopes up? Well, see how also the drive shaft is over here with the center line? Not so much here where it should be. Yeah. If you look really close, see the witness marks where the transmission was? My transmission mount slotted and it slid over here, I'm guessing whenever I did the big burnout over by Jimbo's, and slid the tail shaft that way, which would put it closer to the exhaust, which would cause that. So, loosen up these bolts here, shift this back over, and then whenever I get I have flex pipes coming because I want to put a piece of flex pipe in. I should put this close to the face. There we go. I want a piece of flex pipe in here and here because I want to, one, pull this pipe back down to where it's center. Two, I want to put some softness in this and I want to try and tweak this flat so it's level with my cross member, because that could be a potential future issue that I do not want to deal with. Now the other thing, we did the 3-inch drop in this truck. It's got 3-inch blocks in it. I've got to do drop springs. It's on the list. It's just not happening right now. Well, in doing that, I've got a spot here and here where the drive shaft still, when I hit a really hard bump, it rubs. This is an old spot. I already fixed that. It was a heat shield that was up there, but I need to take and clearance the cab here and here so these quit happening, because right now it's just a rub mark. It's not too bad, but it can be in the future. The other issue I've been dealing with is when the truck sits after a long drive, it starts smoking. Well, that's oil. So seeing as it's on the driver's side pipe and not anywhere else, that leads me to assume that I have a valve seal or valve seat possibly going bad on my driver's side hip. So that's on the list of things to sort out. We got new lower ball joints. We're going to figure those out and get those replaced tonight. And then I just realized that my brake pads here on the front, I had not checked them since I cleaned everything up and redid them, and they've chewed through quite a bit. So we're going to get a new set of brake pads from Napa real quick and put those on so this is safe. And then I'm going to swap. I've got a set of tires over here. We're going to swap those out and put those on the front. I need to adjust and do the alignment. And then I started putting the front end parts that we could previously. So, whole laundry list of stuff to do, and pretty much only tonight to do it. But we're going to end up doing this on Thursday night too, so it'll be what it'll be. That was the other thing, is I need clearance this tailpipe because it's hitting just right there on that corner. So Fun times.
All right. Okay, so now as you can see, we've shifted that over. Now we've got some clearance there again. And you can see where that mount had slid over there to the right where it was. Easier to see on this side, I guess. But yeah, it shifted over 1/4 of an inch in the wrong direction, which definitely caused us some problems. So we got that fixed. Now we're gonna go get the air hammer. I'm gonna try and address this a little bit more and get that clearance up, and then I'm gonna rescuff this drive shaft to kind of erase these marks. And it's just kind of my running measurement stick for how much more I need to cut in clearance. So do that, and then I think I'm gonna run down the Napa real quick and grab some brake pads and a couple other things. So stick around. So we got the S10 in the shop. We got it up. We found the issue with the transmission and the drive shaft and the exhaust where everything was rubbing. I found out that my front brake pads had less than 2 millimeters of pad life, so I was almost getting ready to ruin a set of very expensive 2018 Camaro rotors. If you guys know, I did the Brembo swap on these. And then I've had for a while now, and I just haven't done it, so I took the time to do it tonight. I had front lower ball joints. That's literally the only thing on this front suspension I haven't got to replace yet. So we went ahead and we got those on tonight. So front brakes handled, front suspension went over it, nut and bolted everything. Luckily working here in the dealership, usually with nicer, newer cars, we want to do matching tires. So if we have a mismatch, sometimes we'll get some nice tires off cars. So I had a set of gently used, like 75% life left set of tires to put on the front of the truck. So I got those on there. Probably Thursday night when I do the exhaust work, I will take the truck over to the alignment rack, and I need to get the camber set up a little bit better on it, and then I will do an alignment and kind of set it so everything's nice and straight on it. So I did not get to the condenser. You see, I got the grill tore off. I was hoping I could do it without having to pull this bumper off, but the way everything lines up, it's just going to be easier to pull the bumper off. It's only 4 bolts, and I was semi-smart enough to put male-female connectors on so I can just unplug it and everything whenever I do that. So we've got the condenser to do yet, and we got to fix the exhaust. So those are the last 2 things. Technically, the exhaust is fixed right now. That mount, like I said, shifted over whenever I did that burnout. I torqued the bolts back down, put a little bit more oomph to them, and also put some blue Loctite on the bolts. So I think we'll be good on that. Otherwise, I think the S10, besides the condenser / AC and the alignment, is pretty well ready for the cruise. It's almost 7:30. I'd like to make it home before dark tonight, so I'm going to go ahead and clean up for the night and call it a night. Today is Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. We're going back up to Bucyrus, and we're going to get Jimbo and the can't decide. He's called it the Backyard Vet, and he's called it the Voodoo Vet, the Black Vet, the Trick Corvette. We're gonna get that going. So we're getting parts gathered up for it. Jimbo spent the whole day today getting it detailed, getting everything clean. He got the intake off of it. He said the inside of the engine's really clean. So jump over to his video if you guys haven't already, and watch us resurrect this 1985 Corvette that has literally been sitting in the weeds for 3 years and hasn't ran in 5 years. That's going to be a really fun project. We're trying to get it going so that he can drive it on the Butterchurn Cruise in 3 days and 12 hours. So it's a big undertaking. We're switching it from EFI to carb, doing a bunch of other stuff. You have to watch the video over on Jimbo's channel because it's hilarious. Like, we were laughing so hard last night. It was really nice just to kind of cut loose and have a good time with Jimbo, and just to have some fun. So, but yeah, I'm happy with the S10. I'm really relieved. The rear differential seems good. I did top the fluid off on it. I topped the fluid off on the transmission. I'm going to do an oil change. I definitely have either a valve guide or a valve seal going bad on the driver's side cylinder head. The whole driver's side output on the exhaust is soaked in oil. Might be time to switch those heads around. We'll see. I want to try and save that. Sorry, I want to try and save that for the winter, just because it's a bigger undertaking, and I'm gonna probably going to be $200-300 in swapping all that. And I don't want to spend the money on it right now. I've got a lot of other stuff going on. We got to put a new heating and HVAC system in our house. So that's the last thing on my mind. Hence used tires, cheap Econo brake pads for the front, and Amazon $20 ball joints. So yeah. Other than that, guys, we're done for the night. So we'll catch up with you Thursday. All right, y'all. Here we are, Wednesday night, headed back up to Jimbo's. We picked up some goodies for the Corvette, and we are going to try and get this thing going tonight. I believe Jimbo's got Dylan from Underbuilt Garage. He's coming over to visit for a bit, and kind of hold our hands with carburetors. Jimbo's been working on the Corvette all day, and he worked on it all day yesterday. So I have not seen the car in 48 hours, but he seems to be quite excited to show me something. So let's see how this goes. If you guys want to see what happened with Corvette, go over, check out Jimbo's page at Penny Pincher Performance. He's going to have a new video up showing exactly what all we had to go through with that car and the story behind it. So go check him out at Penny Pincher Performance. All right, so these are our flex bellows we're putting in. There's some pretty nice stainless heavy-duty pieces. This will just give the exhaust a little bit of cushion, accordion kind of movement so that it's not so rigid. So I think these are going to do the ticket. Alright guys, so I found out that these flex connectors are actually slip-on, not butt, so we're going to have to do a little bit extra modification. I'll bring you under here in a second once I get this last piece cut out, and grab my safety glasses real quick and we'll keep going. So we got these cut out how we want, and the other thing we did that we messed up on last time, I got both of them in here, and where we messed up last time is I did not center the pipe in my pass-throughs when I made this cross member and then when I made the exhaust. So now it's kind of hard to see, but I've got a nice even space, and I'm using some very scientific methods to shim these and make sure that they're all very close to each other and scientifically correct. So yeah, we're getting ready to go through, and I'm going to put 4 or 5 tacks on each seam and get the 2 flex pipes, get them tacked in. And then if you remember correctly, this piece did have quite an extreme angle on it, which was causing the drive shaft interference issues. So we went through and we leveled it out a little bit, and now as you can see, it's not going to be an issue anymore. What I did was I made some relief cuts here and here, and that let us pull this down and also get a better alignment here for this pass through. So that's going to help that out a lot. So I want to get this all tacked in and still feel like it has a good amount of flex and no binding in it this time, because that's where we screwed up. One, we didn't put flex in, but also we welded everything tight and it had a lot of binding in it. That was why when I loosened those transmission mount bolts up, it literally sprung the transmission over even more than what it already was. So now this will relax everything and give everything a little bit of wiggle room and some room to flex, which you need to have. So that way we don't break our exhaust manifolds or anything else. Once we get this all tacked up, then we're going to come back here and we're going to work on getting some V-bands here above the mufflers. Hopefully that didn't blow your ears out tapping the mic on that for some dumb reason. But yeah, we're going to work on getting some V-bands. I think I mentioned it already, but as you can see, we are burning some oil on that driver's side bank, so that's something we'll have to address once driving season's over. So yeah, we're going to get the welder out here and do some tacking. full disclosure here, it is Monday morning after the cruise. I got busy talking on the phone Friday night, and I forgot to film like an outro or what we finished with, that kind of thing. So I'm going to show you right now. All right, so we got our new lower ball joints in. We did not get our AC condenser in because we ended up finding, insert overlay, that the AC line was really bad rusted and it was galded, and when I took it off the condenser that I drilled a hole in, it ripped everything apart and messed it up. So I got to get a new AC line for it. Exhaust, you can see here, we did get it welded up. We did get everything angled how we wanted, so that now our pipes are nice and centered all the way around, right? And what we did is we've cut a couple of relief cuts here so that pulled that down, and then now you see we've got plenty of room here between the drive shaft and the top of the exhaust. So we shouldn't have any more rubbing issues. You can see where it was rubbing here and then there on the exhaust pipe. So we got that fixed. We got the flex pipes in. And guys, I will tell you, it did awesome on the cruise this weekend. It was quiet. I haven't had this truck that quiet since I got everything built, especially since I got the exhaust built. Our tailpipe did really good. So yeah, we're all wrapped up. Truck's now ready for the cruise. Everyone made it through the cruise, I'll just say that. But I'll leave you guys with this, and you have to watch the cruise video when I drop it. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you like, share, subscribe, enjoy the content that I'm putting out right now. I'm starting to do a little bit more content with Jimbo Slice with Penny Pincher Performance. He's got a few rescues he's working on. I've had fun working on with him. But yeah, otherwise we're just going to keep plugging along on the S10, little upgrades here and there, and keep doing these cruises and stuff. So it's going to be a good finish to the summer, rolling into fall, and I can't wait. So thank you guys. Keep on rolling. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Pay attention to my notifications coming up soon. We're going to be dropping the Butterchurn video here in the next day or two. It was definitely a lot of fun. If you guys missed this one, watching the next video, you're definitely going to wish that you guys were there. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great week.